I will just preface this by saying it's now 8:15. I would envisage to wrap this up 20 minutes from now, so please keep your questions tight. We all know this club has got a glorious history. We don't necessarily need to hear it tonight. I would just say that. Please, can we just concentrate on the issue in hand, and that is the trust. Okay, first question, please.
Good evening. First of all, well done to Newport. Very envious, and Killy finished so fantastically, the season ended a bit too quick for you. But well done anyway. Really, it's a question for John and the boys from Hereford. What sort of reaction have you had to this from David Keating's board? That's question number one. If it's been positive, how does the trust get a voice on the board?
Well, the first answer to that is David Keat has been positive to it. We attended a liaison meeting some months ago at which he said, I think we were there as well, and he said at that meeting that he was perfectly happy for us to continue looking at the idea of a trust. There has been no negativity from the board of directors, and indeed we have, as time has gone on, I guess, educated the board when we've had the opportunity to about supporters directing their work, and he's very much aware that one of the ideas is to get representation on the board. So whilst we haven't been able to say too much because until this point the trust didn't exist, and may not, but let's hope on the basis of tonight it will. Obviously, if things do go ahead tonight, one of the things that we will be doing as a supporters trust is meeting with the board of directors to explain what direction we feel it can go. That may not mean instantly having representation on the board, but it may be something that we introduce as an idea. Okay, thank you. Gentleman there in the white. I'll just add to that, just whilst Keith's making his way across, I actually interviewed David Keith this afternoon and asked him what he thought about the prospect of tonight's meeting, and he gave the quote was he actually welcomed the meeting. He feels there should be, I think the expression he used, I'm paraphrasing here, but was a united supporters' voice rather than, if you like, factional supporters' groups' voices, whatever. So just to reiterate what John said. Yes, sir, sorry.
Well, first of all, thank you all for organising tonight and the far we've gone. Two questions. Firstly, finance. If we get going, will trust members be expected to pay something like an annual fee, or how will we finance the thing? And secondly, how does UISA and other organisations sit with this?
Okay, well, if I could perhaps answer part one of that question. Yes, the way that the trust works is that once we have actually officially started up, as it were, there would be, within the working group, there would be a subscription level set, at which point we would then contact everyone that has expressed an interest in being a member of the trust, and we would communicate that information. And going back to the forms tonight, it's really key, if you can, please put down on there your email addresses, it'll make it so much easier. But the idea is that a membership or a subscription fee would be set, and that would be the same for all members, and then we would start to collect subscriptions. Go on, Kevin.
It's probably just worth adding that most supporters trust membership tends to be set around the £5 to £10 mark, but some charge less than that. It depends. Really, you can have you can actually do it for nothing. You can have a level of membership that doesn't cost anything. Man United do have 190,000 members. Probably not where you're going to be. You're going to go, but they then have a membership which you pay a fee for. So one is a kind of an almost associate membership. But those things are worked out, but the key really is affordability, because in the end the organisation is supposed to be accessible and open, not just democratically, so that you can stand for the board hopefully eventually stand for the elected directorship to the Football Club Board, but to actually be a part of the organisation at the very entry level of it. You know, it's not meant to be out of everyone's reach, so hopefully that helps. But in the end, you know, you'll set that yourselves.
Can I just ask, as we've got them here, Kidderminster and Newport, do you charge a sub, an annual sub, to be?
So we charge £10, and the reason we do that is because you'll spend virtually that, or we're discussing this on the car on the way up, on postage, sending out newsletters and stuff like that. So the £10 really is administrative. I think it's £7.50 for OAPs and £5 for children. But most of the time now we communicate by email. We do an e-news updating what we're doing and tie that in with the club. But for us, £10 was necessary. We also issue a badge which costs £1 and certificates which people put on their wall because they're proud of. But that does cost something eventually. So yeah, £10 for us.
I suppose that makes us one of the cheapskates then, because we only charge £1. But that was down to one of the previous chairmen who wanted to reduce it from the original £5, so that we would gain a bigger membership and thus appear more representative of the fan base. That actually did work, because we more or less doubled in size, and we've maintained those sort of numbers since that happened. There are no plans to increase it at the moment. You pay £1 effectively for your share in the trust, and that is there for life, really. Derby County, I think, charge £1 for the share, and then you are a member for life. But yeah, they don't charge a renewal fee or anything like that.
Thank you very much. There was also the element about Huisa, you asked, wasn't it, about how this might tie in with Huisa. So I'm going to pass you over here. There we go.
Hi. Good question. Huisa have done a fantastic job for this club over the years, given tremendous amounts of money to support the football club at times of dire needs, and as I see it's a partnership. We all work together. I think for me, what it means to me is it's not I'm looking at something from a supporters trust of not next week or next month, but the next 5, 10 years, 15 years. And the stability, and you've heard how many clubs they support, the backing of supporters direct, the support lines they've got for us as a club, going over the years, going forward generations, to be honest. Huisa, we can work with them. I think they can work with us. It's a platform for everybody at this football club, and that's how I see it.
Thank you. Okay, sir.